In a world where every brand or every product is going to be a click away or a voice command away, it's the only reason people will actually come to physical places if it's a really great experience. And so that could mean that there's additional savings to be had, unique products to be found, or just fantastic customer experience along with all those other things. Retail's dynamic, it's always evolving, and this is just a chapter within that kind of evolution. And so now we're just moving into the next chapter of retail. When I was at Target, I instituted a philosophy that basically said mobile was the front door to our overall experience. And that was recognizing just how consumers' behavior in terms of shopping brands and retailers had fundamentally shifted. What customers expect about payments, especially as kind of the digitization of just retail and commerce in general, is no different than what they expect about brands. First of all, it has to kind of be where they're present. So it has to show up the way that they expect it to. So that means that if they're using their mobile device, they expect it to work on their mobile device. Same be online or when they're in their store. And so for an average shopping journey that uses anywhere from like 8 to 11 different devices and platforms, like that's really hard, is to find that connective tissue that says this is the same customer throughout. But that's kind of the expectation now. And then like everything else in a customer experience, they expect it to be frictionless. And so that's especially true in payments. Like it just has to work every time, and it's got to be trustworthy. Like you protect my information, you know who I am, and it's got to be fast. And I think that's going to underscore kind of the future of payments. Years ago, it was actually very much of a push versus a pull model, where retailers would print their weekly ad. These are our deals. Please come in, and therefore you will come to the store. Now it's these are the products, these are the prices. You can figure out where you want to buy them. That's kind of where we are right now, and that's only going to kind of heighten and accelerate. And so for brands and retailers, it means you have to have a common view of customer, a common view of data for your inventory, for your team members, and all of your other assets, and be able to deploy them basically in a very dynamic fashion across a network. It's an equally scary and exciting time to be a retailer. And I think some of the excitement is around all the innovation that's taking place kind of across the entire end-to-end retail experience. It's going to require a lot of investment, a lot of new talent, especially in kind of the data and technical fields, to better understand their customers. And it also is going to require a lot of listening, ethnography, if you will, to really look and observe how customers actually want to transact, how they want to pay. But I think it's safe to assume that they will only expect retailers and brands to show up kind of on their own terms in greater fashion, in a far more frictionless manner than it is today, on their own terms. And so I think if you're a payment provider, if you're a retailer, et cetera, if you kind of embrace that philosophy and solve for that, I think you'll do quite well.